Alright, back to the part of this where we have all the shaky camera work. Alright, so real quick, talk about a few things here. Things that I maybe like or dislike about this. At first, these switches were hard to work on the Surefire X300U. The push always works fine, works great, like it a lot, but initially the butterfly action was a little stiff. It worked in and works fine. Other than that, love this light on this gun. Works well. It's very bright. I like it a lot. I did have a little bit of an issue with my Tactician. Initially, it would... So the way the Tactician works, and I can do a review of just the Tactician, you're supposed to screw this tail cap in for constant on, and it's supposed to be contact only in any other form. I found that in my pocket, this screw would turn in, the cap would screw in, and it would come on in my pocket and get very hot, and worse yet, it would eat up batteries. So what I did, I went into the tail cap, I took out the O-ring that was there, put in a different O-ring that was much bigger in diameter, and that made it to where you like nearly cannot screw that in far enough to have it come on constant, which is fine because the way that James Yeager, who designed this light, the way that he intended it was for it to be an on-off light, right? And that's how I want it to be. Right, if I want a light that does clicky stuff, I have lights that click, right? And that's cool. As far as, man, on the stream lights that have the strobe feature, I'll be honest with you. The only use I've ever found for that strobe feature was messing with your coworkers and checking to see if they were epileptic. None of mine have been up to this point, so that's pretty handy. The reason that I run the Haley Strategic Enforce WML on my shotgun is for this right here. The way that I hold the pump action on my shotgun, my thumb is already right in that area. So my thumb just sits right there on the switch, and I can hit it when I need to, lock it out if I need to. Not a problem. I like that very much. That's why I run this light on this gun. Haley's really got something going here with his design, because they had a feature on it where you could have constant on, and I don't want constant on anything really. I want to control on off, right? So then we come into this M600DF, and I run the 07 tape switch assembly, and you'll have to just forgive my workbench, right? I got a lot of projects going on. I've been doing all kinds of stuff, working on other people's guns, making my Carta, doing all sorts of things. This light has been bomb-proof. This replaced a Streamlight ProTac HLX rail mount that went down in a class because it got hot and it just stopped working. Coincidentally, another kid in the same class, he had the same light. His went down as well. I replaced it with this Surefire M600DF because at the time it was, to my knowledge, the only 1500 lumen rifle light that existed, and I want all the lumens. I'm in all the lumens camp, but it's been bomb-proof. Been very happy with it. I like the way it rides, like the way it works, like everything about it. Obviously, given that they are fairly new, the Cloud Defensive OLW is fairly new to me, right? Haven't had it for very long, haven't put many rounds to it. So far, I love it. Further reviews to come for a rifle that needs a light that has any sort of magnification. I'm not sure this isn't the only choice, really. It's the only, well, I won't say that. Surefire does make some lights that have higher candela, but this is a damn fine option anyhow, and I like it very much. I think it's a fantastic light so far. I will continue to update as life goes on. And either how, that is my review of these lights. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I buy all this stuff on my own. The fact that I buy and test stuff on my own stuff, I just don't know somebody that has one, so I just buy one and we'll see how it works. It's given me the opportunity to try out a lot of super cool stuff. It's given me the opportunity to give some stuff away to people who had nothing, and now at least they have something, even if it's mediocre. The ProTac HLX rail mount that was on this rifle, I gave to a friend of mine for $50. So, and as long as you run an 18650 battery in those, it's fine. But if you run CR123s, you'll have problems when they get hot, unless you stretch that spring. But I'm just not going to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with the flashlight generally. Besides the Tactician, I messed with it because simple fix. Either how, that's my review of these lights. There you go.